Welcome to this week's Quick Charge and part 3 of When God Doesn't Act Like God. Job said whatever his soul desires, that he does. Other translations say he does anything he wants to do. He does whatever he wants. He does what he wants when he wants, and he does whatever he pleases. That may sound a bit reckless and knee-jerk and emotionally charged and a rather willful statement, because if we said that about ourselves, it would be because it would be of the flesh and not the spirit. So we can never say that because we belong to God. But God is unique, and he doesn't move according to whim or emotion, but according to his infinite knowledge, his wisdom, and his own perspective, which simply means that God knows all. He is the source and sum of all knowledge. He knows more. He knows more about me, my situation, my path than I do. He also knows best. Deuteronomy says his work is perfect and all his ways are just. Jeremiah shows us the hands of the potter in Jeremiah 18, that he is making something. Then that vessel is marred in the hands of the potter, but he makes it again another vessel as it seems good to the potter to make. So he knows all, he knows more, and he knows best, even when we think we do. Since he does what he pleases, God freely moves in and out of character. In the final scene of the children's movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, there were 2 golden ticket holders in Wonka's office, 2 followers, if you will, 2 believers, 2 path takers, 2 Christians, Grandpa Joe and Charlie. Grandpa Joe is clearly offended at Wonka because of his way that he is acting out of character, and he is dangerously close to veering off the path and walking away from the prize. But Charlie pauses. He proceeds to lay down on the desk the quote-unquote temptation to doubt and betray Wonka, and he walks away, choosing to trust even though he's not getting the chocolate. The test is, would he trust? Would he keep to the way even when Wonka was not acting like Wonka? Job understood this when he said, he knows the way that I take, and I know that he is testing me. Wonka even said to Charlie, I had to test you. Charlie had to pass the test of facing and encountering a Wonka who was acting out of character. The ultimate test for us is when we face God's way, when he's out of character and not in. Why would God ever step out of character to begin with? Well, perhaps it's totally for our benefit, to accomplish in us and to do for us and to work out of us that which cannot be accomplished any other way. One of the reasons why God steps out of character is so that we will seek him. Consistency and regularity can become routine. If God is always right here, he's right near, he's right now, he's right close, he's always the same, it prompts familiarity, which is the number one enemy to deep, meaningful relationship, which then breeds a lack of appreciation. Solomon said, when you're full, not even honey tastes good, but when you're hungry, even something bitter tastes sweet. We get used to having Jesus around, the Sunday church thing, the worship thing, his presence, the gatherings, everything quite straightforward. Even Joseph and Mary journeyed 3 days before realizing that Jesus was not there. It's not until we face upset and difficulty and adversity and tragedy and crisis that we discover that perhaps he has stepped aside from us just for a moment, that he has departed for a brief season. God tends to step back just before a challenge. Jesus was often found on the shore, asleep, away somewhere, otherwise indisposed, when the disciples were in the storm or facing a challenge. When God doesn't act like God, he is creating opportunities to seek him. Will you find him? Join me next week for more of When God Doesn't Act Like God. God bless you.